Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how snooze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how snooze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning.
Alright, good morning, and welcome to another edition of a program what we call Colors right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook so we can discuss issues them where the front page of the newspaper them they carry today. And after which we can count people them inside where they can help with for analyze the issues them based on how they see them with their young glasses, with their young lens. This na Koreans, so you can get something there. The Koreans can be jollof, something na cassava leaf, something it can really sweet, something they don't sour, something they don't rotten. But it all depends on how the issue then come and how they analyze them. Well, it left to you for me the judge. Now you the taste the rest. Now you get for tell whether it's sweet or it's not sweet. Alright, so we'll go straight and begin look at the front page of the different newspaper them. Before we come with we guest them inside the program. In the first paper where we check out this morning. Now the Standard Times newspaper, we say fraud scandal rocks Sierra Leone commercial bank. You as well get students arrested, bank staff on the run. Russia bans gasoline and diesel exports. This is another story for you inside this edition of the Standard Times. The next one, now the Night Watch newspaper, we say Bill's mistake. You get illegal parliament resumes next week or next month, sorry. And then you get other story them stolen election again. US engage bill on free fair election. The next one where we get inside the program now the Salon Compass we say as mafia CTC mining reneged on repairs. Macheka Potloko Road turned death trap. Police nab drug baron. Stop press bet salon in hot water. Detail next edition. The next one now the women's voice we say driver jailed 10 years for rape. And you as well get Save the Children organizes adolescent summit to address challenges. The next one now the AZ newspaper we say every Sierra Leonean should benefit from the country's mineral resources. SLP has no personal properties in custody for big fish, says police spokesman. Deputy Information Minister calls for strong cooperation between China's Hunan Broadcasting System and SLBC. The next paper, now the Daily Scoop, we say Freetown most wanted Kush Lord captured. And other story them for you inside this edition of the Daily Scoop. The next one, now the Dawn newspaper, we say corruption leaves a trail of consequences. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank fraud MMTU. Minister Ballet chairs G7 plus high-level summit at Onga. Despite damage caused by overweight trucks, CTC mining reneged on repairs to Macheka Potloko Highway. The next one at the Independent Observer, we say as authorities shut school down, over 200 kids deprived of education. And you as well get African leaders renew urgent call for reparation 400 years after slavery. The next paper now they okay let's just take hold on quick please, let's just mute some of we guess them because of the mic. Okay, so all right, sorry about that. We go again and look at the next paper. Winner the public review, we see winner of 2023 Orange Social Venture Tech Queen Competition tells a story. Orange Foundation director recounts journey with Ebola affected kids. And Africa has no alternative but to make democracy more viable. Former President Nkrumah. And other story them for you inside this edition of the public review. Apex newspaper say Progressive Alliance crumbles. World Tingilping receives a honorary doctorate at Weldio's symposium. FBC Student Union President protest extra charges for granting aid recipients. The next one at the Africa 24, we say, will Samura Kamara lead APC after December? Government Big Five, will it solve Sierra Leone's problem? The next one, okay, now all the paper in this where we get inside the program this morning. We'll take a short break and bring we guess them inside. We already done set for winner the program.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colores, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Okay, welcome back. You still watch Colores on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Well, today we don't get two people that we don't join me inside the program. And the two people that we don't join me inside the program, the one Ishmael Al-Sankor Conte, we na former deputy minister of sport, and same way so na member of the main opposition party inside the program today. Ishmael Al-Sankor, good morning and welcome to the program. All right, we get the other person we actually don't join we na Abdoulaye Bunwai. We in same way so na strong member of the main of the ruling party SLPP, in the deputy regional chairman for the SLPP for the southern region. So welcome to the program this morning, Mr. Bunwai.
Welcome, and happy for there.
All right, so we get two people in balance ship today. We get Ishmael Al-Sankor from the APC, and we get Abdoulaye Bunwai from the SLPP. Well, they inside 90 minutes. Well, this not on 90 minutes and 60 minutes, 30 minutes. 30 minutes first half, 30 minutes second half. We see who that actually gets the country at heart, who that actually they discuss the issue with genuinity, and who that actually they discuss the issue, you know, in the interest of the people and for the country. So we'll start the ball rolling now. And them people are not carry this particular issue, but because of now the issue we make up the rounds for the week, I will start with we guess them. Let me see how it's like for them. All right, so I will start with you, Abdoulaye Bunwai. Since now you're a member of the ruling party, and you will be the best fit for start the program. For the sake of fairness, I will actually want for the time on all two, so everybody will get equal opportunity for making your own point. So let's just set me timer, and every set of the questions them get in your own time where it go it. So this one actually will start with 5 minutes, but inside this 5 minutes, I might be tempted to come in with follow up as soon as they answer the question then. So I'll start with this. This one first now 2 minutes before I add the 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Abdullah Bunwai, what do you make up of the president in Waka, now the United States of America? This first one now 2 minutes. You go.
A very fine, a very successful, as far as the country alone is concerned. So it don't clearly show say the international community it deal with the country, it deal with the president, and it gets the full compliments of a president, a legitimate president of a country. So now that's really this Wakanda America symbolized. But beyond that, you see the thousands of Australians then back will come out after a speech for Telantenki, for just commune with them. It's very impressive, and it sent a very good signal across the world and across the country. So in brief, this let me take.
All right, so thank you very much. You actually not done your 2 minutes, but now it's standing. We set time and go with Al Sanko. Al Sanko, the timer is up. What do you think of the Waka of the president or the United States of America?
I'm actually surprised where the government delegation go. They're not able to tell me the specific number will make the delegation. Because look at country like Mozambique, where happen also for win MCC. They tell we say I think that they 5 go, and they win MCC. MCC say that they give them compact where they win. But young governments initially where they may come, when they want go, they tell you about the delegation. But this one they don't go for tell you. And this same government they oppose where APC they go. They oppose say the delegation. Big the delegation, this the delegation, that a waste of government resources, but they're not for one, But UN General Assembly, of course, is fundamental for make government they attend. But this pattern of ferrying large number of people, where at the end of the day, go see them per fanfare, this they demonstrate under, it shows that the country is deeply, sharply divided. Because Constance LEONE then they demonstrate, say the government's human rights record not good. You get for SLPP group then where they demonstrate say this government you don't work one grain salon. I think say we therefore pay attention into the things that they because not about portray to people that say yes, alone all is well, these are all the same, but where you look, where you retrospect, you see say there is a big problem where it's not good for me. So me actually me not impressed, that online. Because when you look at the statement there, you see the Guinea, because John's leader in statement. When people in their claim, you see South Africa, the president's statement. Globally, even Sudan, where get problems. So the statement them, it is speak to the issue then at the world. But we all know the country we say yes, like it's the education, the all internet. So I'm not impressed. Sir. You might go for an against you might go.
Very sorry about that. Thank you very much. And let me go now. On our to use 2 minutes in the beginning. This second one they go for 3 minutes, and this one will be specific. When the when Marabio actually been they engage the America University, it actually say the United States of America now them they want them for let interfere. So for let them put visa restriction on people them inside the country because of election. in an advantage. Even make call to the United Nations. Say the United Nations, some people and the way they take unilaterally they take decision, for seize advantage or punish other people, and that's not waiting. As far as other countries are concerned, mutual respect is very much important. So now we'll go with you again, Abdullahi Bunwai. 3 minutes for you. Go ahead. What do you think about that statement, say, of Madabiu?
I think Sina, that's something where every Sierra Leonean for applaud. A position where not too many heads of states that were able to refuse orders from the US, the United States government. But it has showed the level of maturity of we leadership in the country. For say, we are an independent country, we get with sovereignty, and we laws now we bounce. Regardless of what thing you they do, regardless of which kind of relationship we get, you cannot order my president. You cannot order me as president of my own country for do anything where they against my own laws. Then this is not the biggest message that one the way we president don't send to the Americans and as well as the rest of the world, and we're very, very much proud about. You see, at least the neo-colonialist mentality, we even the ambassador, they think say he is the head of state, he's above the head of state of African countries, especially ambassadors coming from the West. This is wrong. This is wrong completely. And the people that women they take, them big carrings, the women they go around. I think say Marabio in Revelation in the American University, it clearly vindicates all of them thing they did. I'm so proud of that, and I think say not the right way to go.
All right, you actually used 2 minutes 6 seconds. Thank you very much. Ishmael Al Sanko Conte. Interestingly, I'm able to discover, say, I'm able to use timer on the screen for let people themselves see exactly within the timer tally. So, and I go now, I don't project them, and I ask you the same question, Ishmael. Waiting yourself make up of the statement of Marabio when he actually been talk about the election and that of the interference of the United States government. You get 3 minutes.
Actually, that statement was ill-advised. Before the election, you get the Commonwealth Secretariat. We send the Commonwealth Secretary General for Canada, Sierra Leone, for can sign a peace pledge for more to get a transparent election, free, fair election, and credible election. And when you want to talk about credible election, you get such elements of benchmark where you get for fulfill. Election for transparent, meaning the challenge for transparent, for free and fair. But when you look the election, 2023 election, Samura Kamara no ever gonna kind out because of the intimidation, violence. And now we're gonna bounce. They go put you on the attack and they go the attack and they go Kenima, we go Kenima. So you see, say the government will be actually serious about getting a free, fair, and transparent election with free for violence. Look what happened above. One who supports her, okay, we party office now, borrow rents. They end up for Bona. You see, scores of people that they attack. And they read the government talk thing, they not talk anything. So now come to the statement where the president could talk. They say the ambassador or America's people tell them for interfere. What's an interference? No try for interference. Now, if the opposition gets a challenge, say this election, the 60% when they don't call, it now reflects actual 60%. Now the Southeast on side in at 90% they calculate, now the North on side in at 30%, so side in at 40%, but ECSL, so we say at 60%, where people feel say, like McKinney at 60% votes and don't vote. Some calling at 60%, bone at 60%, feet at 60%. So you get discrepancy when they observe and they notice. So they call on the government, say, no, this, let we look at that. And the ECSL been so they in haste to announce where Canada they go on television, and listen at AYV, so let them get 48 hours. But I tell them, they don't go set parliament to go do swearing in. So any reasonable person go that kind of election. You know, so for say the president he talked of, he had nothing, I think say he actually deceived because then it's not fair because opposition don't cry foul, you know. And when you look Christian at top, you look entirely how they conduct themselves. Their election, and that's why they take time. Because you got to do a lot of recounts. You got to do a lot of verification. If the law don't say at district level, now you for do certification. ECSL, they don't for do regional. And if you got regional,
thank you very much, Ishmael. Thank you very much, Ishmael. All right, thank you, Ishmael. All right, so we don't get down then. And now another specific thing we come up from the United Nations, you know, with regards to the statements. Now, the one way in the opening statement of Marabio, he actually says several things. Then this now the real reflection of what they happen inside Sierra Leone. If they try to pass to the world, yeah. Say for example, they talk about job, and they talk about food security, and they talk about health, and they talk about justice. These things now the things that this way Salone people very much concerned about. And in his own statement, he said that thing where we be the think of in the dream for say when we will get job opportunity or abundant job, you know, equitable health, justice for all, and plenty other one them. He said that dream will be the dream, not there in dream again, it there in reality. So in other words, therefore we say, right now we get abundant job, we get food security, we get good health where everybody can access, and then a same way so press on the point say justice. Justice in the country, not by Sababu anymore, rather than a birthright. Everybody get right to justice right now, and they know they look fit, they know they pick and choose. So, waiting on a makeup of this. I'll start with you this time around, Ishmael Al-Sanko Conte. For this one, we get 5 minutes each. We go, the timer don't begin.
Well, that is surprised to me, and I shocked because when they talk about justice, now one big problem, even at the election, the aftermath of the election, even the international community, they don't question the independence of the judiciary, and they say the level of trust when the people get for the judiciary is very, very low. There's several other institutions, the way they do research, don't make them very, very clear. So for me, the president say, yes, people they get justice, judiciary, blah, 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 blah. That they are not thinking that the correct interpretation of what's in the apple. And if you see legal aid, the kind of problem where they tell you about, people in day where they go to remand, they don't even commit crime, people in day where the case, they go here and there, you know, they see it, you know, they see it. And cancel the opposition. A lot of problems we face right now is as a result of the judiciary. Because problems that don't come, you know, we say now we not trust them. You know, and this is a big problem we all get for concern.
But as we talk about this all, you get a lot of people right now we've been on there in a prison, on a jail, unnecessarily, you know, for minor things. Them the justice system they take care of them now. Some people and the way they even for bread and butter 2000 don't they in a prison for how many years? Then they free their rights now because some of them cases they don't mean anything. So then they do good in the area of that side, right?
Well, you know, if you don't talk back. My brother says, you know, prison watch. Then go for giving accurate figure of the people because the number of people they like that category is so huge that if you go put one or two, no mean nothing. And look
but
at
for
the human
start,
rights.
but say for 1,000 miles, they begin with one step. So they're not
That's
just
what they start.
not just the starting points now. And then get this judiciary week where they actually they do look the last time they say they assign how many 80 cases or how many cases to any magistrate for able for fast track starting case then. So we forget the thumbs up for that area there.
Where legal aid intervention for release inmates them or people are waiting like demand attention, not until they start, sir. Now just continuous process, and then they not do much for able to address that problem because it's so huge. If you're gonna court, you will not say what they talk. I mean that's true. But what will they talk now? Cancel the job area where the president talks say has been manifested. Go on the streets of Freetown, see even graduates them where they not get job. Not for talk about the ordinary youths, where if you don't get skill acquisition, we don't learn. They don't forget job. So if you say that has been manifested, I don't think so that's a little talk about too. Even for the food security, all the things the way you don't mention are big problem at this country. I would not see any way where this government they use for able for address the problem today. So that statement there of course like complete misrepresentation of how Salone dey, because the problem at Salone, the economic problem is so a big problem. Look at how things then they go up. And compared to neighboring country, because for anything, look at the benchmark. Now Guinea and Liberia, go say we at par in terms of the economic development, all that in it. Then don't they for close to years now. They not reduce the price of, they not increase the price of fuel. The price is still maintained the same. Sierra Leone just after election, we don't get about increments. Just as I they analyze the difference between Salone fuel price to Nigeria. Now 50%, now 50%. So now big problem that one day, even for the education, compared to where they give picking transport, they provide lunch, now big problem for the community. And look at how much they pay the ordinary man, So now big problem where it consider all that they almost one bad dress now. This is a big problem where any government for take serious, because it's a lot of people, the sufferness is too huge, so that is completely misrepresentation, actually.
All right, so you use 4 minutes 34 seconds. Thank you very much. And we go again to Abdoulaye Bunwai. Abdoulaye Bunwai. What do you say make up of that statement? The abundant job, equitable health. You get food security, justice now na birthright. What do you make up of this when you reflect the reality of waiting to happen na the ground? You get 5 minutes, and inside the 5 minutes, I would actually come inside when it necessary. This time I start now.
Thank you. 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Any dream starts with a plan. And you don't take the first few very important moves then at the country. I think you're very, very right for make such a statement at a bigger forum like that. When you go to that forum, then they not to forgo just blast for the international world politics or world order. You don't really care your country going under and talk about the difficulties them and your plans them where you get for address them one and exactly like that we president do. So the one that we don't understand clearly, make her begin to analyze that for them. The president in speech, you can look at them from 2 angles. One, the governance angle, the other one, the social and economic angle. At the governance angle, we talk about the justice systems, we talk about the election systems, we talk about the opposition, and so on. And you talk about parliament, you talk about representativeness of the population. These are the very first time in we history where you get that kind of representation of parliament of minority groups. Well, I don't go and say minority because women them and young people, now they make up the majority in Sierra Leone. Look at the parliament today. It's just reflective of that one day. This did not come just by surprise. Now all President Bio in plan. Now this government in own plans and they want and they are working perfectly in that line. You talk about the judiciary, the justice system. This justice system, nothing the way it gets constipation for decades now. For let you just come, you open them up like that. You need to put a lot of measures in place before you open them up.
You know what I mean?
Make them be able to talk about the openness of the justice system and the liberalization.
All right, in time are still there on, and
Of just understand the frustration. I can understand the frustration on the part of the opposition because they have been in this place for God knows when, but everything they left behind is not good for purpose. So for let we able to go through that one day and review them and bring them back to within internationally acceptable standards that they preach. You know the mentality of the population.
all right, let be specific in this area. In what we see abundant job there right now in the country?
No, obviously the plans for let abundance, for let jobs be created.
So why you use the word say we not live in the dream right side in the reality of abundant
exactly
job.
exactly
So if
we
you
are
say
not
reality right now, abundant job reality, it means that we get abundant job right now, and now you just don't say the answer no.
No, not to the not to so then they put reality again. As I tell you in my opening statement that the journey
what
of
in consider for being reality in our plans.
plans and we don't begin to actualize.
But I don't know when I don't know when plan become a reality, because plan is like a dream. Now what you
now when you don't begin to implement them, when you don't begin to enforce them.
So how the government don't begin
very
how the
quickly,
government don't begin for implement the area of abundant job?
For example, what's in the cause, we have to look at what's in the cause then unemployment there, so figures and the rise. Now importation. We import almost everything. Anytime you import anything into Sierra Leone, you they export jobs. You they create inflation.
We got 20 seconds more. In 20 seconds,
so what we they try to do?
Yeah.
Now they don't identify 3-4 major areas then of economic diversification.
Okay.
Agriculture.
Okay.
Winner one.
All right.
Agriculture, they far in advance. Within the next 6 months.
Very much, Abdullah, you actually don't reach your 5 minutes at a certain time. And this one, where we can do now, we'll still continue with this topic because it's like I get more things than for talk. And we'll give you 5 minutes of free flow. In the 5 minutes, we'll to get right for make your input in this particular time. Yeah, so the area, we're still there on the area of job. We're still there in the area of food security. We're still there in the area of justice. Yeah, so in the 5 minutes, I'll start the free flow for all two. I'll start with you, and no, let's stop the time again. I'll start with you, Ishmael Al-Sankor. You listen to Abdullah Bunwai. Fine one. What do you make up of what you say in the reality? The time don't begin. Abdullah Bunwai, you get the right for coming inside and say, make your point.
Absolutely. Yeah, listen to me, brother. We go to call stereotype, in political discussion. Because if my brother they tell me say APC they don't have power from God knows when, like say now yesterday Sierra Leone begin. And forget say SLPP from 1958, they don't begin for dominate politics in Sierra Leone. Say come to 1967, you come to 1996.
Best days. Those were the best times in Sierra Leone.
SLPP, they in power.
Those were the best times in Sierra Leone. The economy was good.
And they come from 1996 to 2007. What's in the left na blackouts? What's in the left
The end of the war. The end of the war. Una left war.
Una left war.
We
You
don't
know?
war and destruction. The
You know?
SLPP can end the war. It revamp the economy. The institutions, they all grab up back.
Well, perhaps.
We can destroy everything.
Yes, because we are Charles Taylor, they talk about Ali Kabana, they start war, this, that. So I go see APC bring war. So
We don't know about that. We don't know about that.
The rebellion, the type politic, this all the time not going to that. You know, from then to Gowusu to Ito.
Now the one party dictatorship. Yes. The APC one party dictatorship that in bring the war.
No, now my guy, Albert Magai. Now he first going to parliament to bring one party system. You know, now them one go Calon and others and they don't agree. So the concept of one party business na Albert yes, na my guy. Now he starter.
But
you
now
know, so
implementer.
Well, now I give the vote, you know.
But now I implementer.
The member of parliament who been there na
parliament. And when I implement them badly.
The member of parliament them we been there na parliament who they represent SLPP. When we go into one party, they all can join. They all can join, but because yes, they all join the one party. We see
forcefully
SLPP people that we are appointed.
Forcefully.
You know, the Salia Judiciary, them all them and they are work under the APC. So if that's all one party, both SLPP affair is not for culture. We say, you know, so what will they talk now on job?
Because they were human capital at that time in this country.
No, not
you
at
take
all.
out them people and they from the statecraft machinery.
So if you condemn one party system, my brother, you get for condemn the SLPP also for what they take part.
No, they're not going as SLPP. They went there as individuals.
When Samabaya and they're gonna come. Samabaya and they're gonna Kailan, they go terrorize people. You get others when SLPP people can't join the APC, they're gonna na Pujong. They terrorize people.
They like today, if Samabaya go Kailan, a hero.
Not for Europe. When they go to Europa, people they run away.
They like today, if Dr. Samabaya go Kailan, a hero is welcome again. At any time. No, nobody. Stop saying the untrue. This is not true. This is not true, Sanko.
I will tell you I will tell you the facts.
You know me, brother. We don't come off far. We don't come off from activism.
When people go to land over, but you know what's in the happen at Pujong. You know, when the people that can join APC, when they fence for seats. You know the problem. So this one
talk about. Tell me about Samura Kamara in situations. Tell me about Samura Kamara just when you talk. Tell me about Samura Kamara when you say you're not able for campaign in the southeast because this is not true.
It's not true. Who said
it's not true?
Who said go Kenima? Who said go Kenau?
This is not true, my brother. Because the one I think say Samura Kamara self is afraid in your shadows.
I afraid of
this not liberal democracy with a practice. Now liberal democracy with a practice. If you curse people, if you discriminate against people, if you talk bad about people, then they hit back at you. So
you don't support violence in politics.
I'm not
so if you pass me,
I'm not saying that through violence. The people that get it right for speak out. And then think that they.
Because una incite them
speak out. And then stop. And then think that they.
Because una incite them for do that to see several videos. Like
I mean, I just think say APC, the current structure of APC is not nationalistic. You see, the current structure of APC not nationalistic. They're very introspective. They're very introspective, and then they create a lot of division in the country. The current APC structure, not nationalistic. They're very introspective, and then they create division in the country.
All right, so let me go back to how we've been doing, and let me focus on the actual. Let me focus, Ishmael. Let me focus on the topic of the day, and the topic where I put so now Una actually don't come out from him and don't go to history. I'm so much concerned about waiting to happen right now in the statement of Marabio. And that is to say, the job for people them where everybody wants, the food security where everybody wants, the justice where everybody wants, and the healthcare where everybody wants. Marabio say it is right now inside the country. Let's focus on that. Let me look at reality them around. People them they die, yes or no? People them they get enough food, yes or no? Poverty don't increase, yes or no? You know, the job is there abundantly, yes or no? This is not the topic where we forget in this. We just get less than 1 minute for elaborate on that. They still listen to now.
If you look at the indicators then, from 2018 to now, definitely those things they don't improve. The quantum of improvement is not going to be reflective on every citizen.
So before this term, UNDP report says 70% of youth unemployed. How many percent right now? We don't employ.
Come again with that.
UNDP being say 70% of youth unemployed. Right now, how much percent don't employ?
No, I don't know of that report. I don't know of that report.
And maybe lesser than.
I know say youth unemployment are the biggest elephants at the room.
Yes.
And this is not because we import almost everything in the country.
Okay.
You see, once you import, inflation will come, unemployment will come, and devaluation of the currency will come. These are the issues that we Marabio tackle at the moment.
So how long will we use for tackle all of the one they are way up to now?
Give us the next.
In fact, we move from bad to worse.
Exactly.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so now I'll give you example of why I make that statement or why I asked that question there. You don't talk about the value of the leons, for example. It just depreciates against the Guinea franc, where the
Guinea, where money value.
So that's now and I'm moving from bad to worst. Now we be the double Guinea money. Now Guinea money, the triple with money. How you go refer to that one day? Now improvement.
Guinea, the economy is far bigger than we own.
This is not about bigger, it's about management.
No, it is about bigger, my friend.
In 2018, what's the exchange rates between the franc and
the water, the volume of water where a big ship they displace for let it stay afloat, it not be the same as a smaller one.
All right.
So that that one need people for understand.
Yes,
that one need people for understand clearly. Guinea is seated on top of the largest bauxite deposit in Africa.
But
the fifth largest in the world. And in the miner, you know, anytime where Guinea they ship out them thing, the iron ore, the bauxite, they're so huge.
Guinea then get them here from the 50s. You know, not only like
no. Guinea not begin mine early. Guinea held on to the
ask now to this question. Since when they talk about Guinea and this deposit and export and all. So you know now only the junta leader now begin for export this particular bauxite what they talk about?
No.
Oh, this again get to do with the world economy.
But right now, we always say prices them now the markets don't fall.
The world market prices for commodities.
Yeah, but now it falls.
This now a major commodity.
But so now if the prices don't fall compared to if you increase the volume, where it overthrown, it fall.
So if you increase the volume of essential mineral like that, you get more money.
Who say get iron ore, bruh? Who say get iron ore?
But the iron ore, the arrangements that where we meet, they're so bad off. Well, 3%, 1%, and then they give it, and they come back to the country.
So in
99 years of lease.
In 6 years approximately.
So it has taken us a long time so we review the agreements there.
Okay. All right. So la Oluna and let we go inside the paper then back. La return back to the paper then where we get now.
No, I guess let me clarification.
Just one, yes, 30 seconds.
Yes, even you talk about Guinea, like now yesterday Guinea begin for mine iron ore. This don't begin mine iron ore from the 50s, 60s, take up. And if you were APC been there, iron ore be the boom na Guinea, but still we don't Leos it gave more value past the Guinea franc. You know, so now they talk of stereotype. Them are they get so old they can talk for deceived people. You know, the economy in Salon is bad, and because of the poor
Thank you
management.
very much, Al Sanko. Let me go to the paper then quickly. And now look at this African 24. We get 3 issues and the way we get for look at quick one. African 24 actually say, you know, government big 5, will it solve Sierra Leone's problem? I'll start with you, Bonwai. And this time I will begin again with a timer. And the timer, they go again, and I will give you 3 minutes for handle this one. You think say the big 5 where Marabio campaign with will actually solve the problem of Sierra Leone? Go ahead, you get the platform now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll start with the agriculture first of all, the feed salon program.
Okay, la pause the time with as I actually don't pause, you know, but I go reset her. It don't take 70 seconds now like nothing. I'll reset her. As Sanko, you did it. I will ask you the same question. The big 5, you feel say now the solution down there for salon problem? Go ahead.
You know, big 5, big 6, that is not the problem for salon. You know, the problem are that of management. You know, agriculture, the government got some about almost $1 million projects. We talk here and other people like can do. It's everybody Uber, it's everybody Samu, all them projects they did. And they all have billions to them. But at the end of the day, as we now say, they investigate about the use of their funds then. You know, so now for some of the feed research, you know, and that project we now for promote agriculture, now for ensure say, you know, we plant plenty able for harvest and pump under the markets. Now you can't hear about huge corruption inside the project. Who's how they go? You know, and similarly, it reflects other things. The Minister of Agriculture tell for Yabas on your projects. And now we have problem. Yabas on there. So what's happened to that project today? You know, so you go get big 5, you go get big 6. That's not the issue. You talk about the free education. When governments can begin talk about free education, even though free education be don't day, you know, from Chijan Kaba and some say, and let's continue and add more. What they can then begin make a lot of propaganda how they know free education and you come, then give crib to beginner, then give bags to beginner, then give books to beginner, then get a school feeding program where at the end of the day you will not go foresee. You can't even now say, even if you get distinction powers, you get for go sit entrance exam, where then all they undermine the determination. Of the beginning, you know, you don't come out for public exam, you get a huge fright, all let's say, then go put you for exam back, you know. So all let's say they will go for look at for how the idea them, not only so how you implement and we go make you for succeed. Now that's not the problem. So me, I'm not impressed with big 6, big 7, all let's say, because at the end of the management there for corruption, plenty, accountability, not there. Now the same thing on my part.
But this get one big focus when for the people say 500,000 jobs them where they go create inside these 5 years of them governments. That's not a good thing.
Well, better know this because the president can be over 2 million jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so almost you're good for good job. So
when the 2 million job become as a result of the young paper when they publish when at the Unity paper.
Well, but the Muslim area some side, and if you look, the SNPP manifesto of 2018, it speaks to that fact they say they will provide plenty job, you know, for people left. So for say they give 500 job for pronouns and not at the team, what are the roadmap, what are the strategy then where you put in place?
So amongst the things then where you actually detail of the strategy. Now, for example, if they can make road now today, they employ people them, you know, except now 1 month or 1 week, then they don't count as part of employment.
Well, you know, you see,
so not all like sustainable, but another temporal job, all the count.
You coach Jish about UN survey on job unemployment in this country. You get certain job the way they don't count as a job. You know, because when we talk now about decent job, because if you employ the person but at the same time you under employer, at the end of the day, now human rights to the end of violates. Because if that man they work, you pay 800,000. Where you know say one bag rest are close to 700,000. What is able for do? You find out say for Komago Kaila on close to 200,000. What's he able for do? So when you get job, you get for consider the salary, the payment. I make APC bring the manifesto say we they give jobs to people and give them living wage.
All right, so let's just make this very clear. Abdullah Bunwai, I think the internet don't make it don't go out of the program. That's why you see the time will be give Ishmael it don't pass and it will continue for the making point until Abdullah come inside or until the end of the program. So if that be the case, you know, Ishmael, you think say this government actually they in the right path for settle most of the burning issues, them taking into consideration fuel price, they go up like every other day. And like you rightly say, Miss of the year, say if will go up again. But this time around, they have for peg them to the international market, say it reflect within the happen at the international market. You know, and plenty of other things them. Now we they talk about peace for other countries them. Do we really have peace in Sierra Leone? We get unity because this now some of the things then we they talk about. I listen to Madabio, they talk about, you know, setting up a commission for looking to the election. They talk about the international community, then did it. They talk about the civil society, religious leader, then did it. They talk about the government, did it, but you not talk about the opposition, did it. How that what did that mean to UNA as opposition?
You know, the government anything what they do, about the supporter them. If they talk about civil society, they go pick the civil society when a poor SLPP. They talk about religious leader, they go put religious leader when a poor SLPP. So now the same pattern, that's not the way for change. You know, and so we not get for we not get for trust dandy because at the end of the day, now the same people look at all the committee them where they don't set up. Look at the committee they set up for investigating August 10. Look at the people there. You know. One guy person that you go get doubts per se whether na SLPP or not to SLPP. Majority na for SLPP. So whose independence reports, whose nationalistic reports, whose report they go pull way go benefit the people there. And this country, like I say, is sharply divided. SLPP, APC. And now where SLPP they have power so any what they do pa the president don't talk. Would I not sabi? Not able for work with not like one is by Kumabine. We're in a government of all. Whether it's sabi, not sabi, as long as you're able for perform, they recommend you go for bring you car.
And for you know work with somebody where you sabi means say they actually kick the brains them out and talk about sabi or party business.
So them committee they not the box and work they look for investigate everything it fix the political lens in the game. So a big problem. You know they work. My brother.
All right.
You know,
so let me turn
I don't know the status of Bunwai. You don't join.
Let me just catch up with them.
No.
You're not join.
Yeah.
So let me continue. And let's turn now the picture to your own party where you belong to. And the paper in Africa 24 is say with Samura lead, you know, APC after December. Now December on the Oluna convention.
No. You know the new constitution we will make, we get a clause they will say if unfortunately the leader and flag bearer lost election after 6 months, the chairman they take over. I think that day the newspaper they try for project. But
right.
this case
so tell me more about this. Let me understand.
This case is different because the election will go past, we already don't challenge and will not accept the result. So it not go apply in this situation because already we don't contest the election and majority of the supporters they don't say the election. It's not transparent, it's not free, fair, and they get problems. So technically, go apply for now until the negotiation and the dialogue, all let's say they're able to settle before they go into that, you know.
But when a constitution not there under suspension, it means in functional, whatever the situation, if una say una they hold on to that particular clause, the way say after 6 months of election, that particular flag bearer they for vacate that position there, and then the chairman take over, then una they go against their own constitution again. Ishmael,
Yeah.
you get me?
Yes. The question where you go ask, but that the election where we don't come up as if we fear inflect of the results, not on the force. And where APC say they take part in governance. We got the backing of who supported them. You know, we get the backing of NAC, we get the backing of the executive.
So what
you know,
they ask, the supporters them in the constitution are two different things that they talk about. For Leona just said because of the supporter them, they seize that part of the clause of the constitution and say Samura for continue, then they violate the constitution. That's what they try for ask. You don't think so?
No, we're not they violate constitution because Samura Kama, the voter in as leader of the party. You know, so the constitution. You get leader, you get chairman. You know, if it happen for loss as flag bearer, it no longer be flag bearer, but it continue as leader of the party, as the case may be. So nothing other would violate the constitution. You know, the two people, the chairman and the leader, when are two different positions there, then go work in collaboration for ensure say what will the first for so forgets the actual results where we get as APC, the required member of parliament, then who forgets, they will forgive him, you know, and the presidency will also win, will forget him, you know. So now that's what they look at. So anything not get for look at the situation, you know, if it's necessary for convey an emergency general emergency conference, we will convey and look at them, you know, but we don't get any constitution problem because we don't learn from what will happen.
All right, so let me go to another issue quickly, still around the political, landscape. When they go to inside the 2023 election, there was this alliance where they formed. The Apex newspaper get this big headline with them carry, and then say Progressive Alliance crumbles. This is not the issue of Kanda Yumkela and Marabio. And we see in chairman of the NGC, don't they come out and even talk, say, the alliance, it looks shaky because some of the things them where they've been promised, right now, they not look to fulfill some of them things there, you know. So what do you make up of this?
You know, Kanda Yumkela and his supporter they're so interesting. You know, the party been so divided on the issue for let them get what in Kanda Yumkela call a strategic alliance. You get people like Dennis Bright, you know, Pierce and others. They say they're not mixed patandi. You know, so if then they grumble now what's in the company we don't see, you know, because same Yumkela, now SLPP been there, and because of something easy make it come out. So at the end of the day, if you go join them because you see say he want join there, one power, you want belong to that party come out. Now, what's they expect they no forget some. So now they own peril because politics like where APC be form alliance with Charles Magai. When we can have power, we bring over 6 ministers, deputy ministers there. We give the appointments, we give board member there, we give ambassador position and other employments to Charles Magai and the party. You know, but in this case, the only person we see gets employment na Kanda Yumkela, where they say na a project titles make for them. But all the other people will suffer with them. They're not able to count them. I think so because of that. And leader them will therefore be careful. You know, when you go to agreement, you therefore look at the back. What you support them, go for benefit. But in this case, we see say Yumkela and in party NGC. Then they're so unfortunate, you know, because the people who they go in agreement with, now people who they expect agreement, then they expect treaty, you know. So at the end of the day, no go surprise, you know, say NGC they crumble, and that's they deserve because politics you get for consistent. When Yumkela day in opposition, he talk. And they got one program where the NGC hour when one guy asked him. He said, if SLPP can give appointment now, he said, you know, it can clearly say no go take. You know, so at the end of the day, if you can't on quotes, he go join them for campaign, where in SSF, the seats where he contest for, you know, for winner. Not just that the people are tired. You know, they want politicians, they will focus, they want politicians, they will consistent, and wait for believing the struggle. Now, if you don't care, you oppose SLPP, you oppose SLPP, you oppose them, at the end of the day, go join them. But that man will die for you in 2018. If you say you can't die for you in 2023, now that's his so. They got for fan, wait for set to land, but I'm not surprised. And then deserve, you know.
All right. So, and what do you think with the style? Yesterday, a paper pulled this thing, a particular headline where I will put to you as a way of the last question. They say it's either the SLPP change their behavior or the people change the government. What do you make up of this?
Well, SLPP, the politics, you go determine am by the leadership. Where Albert Magai been there, they get a style of leadership. Where Albert Magai come, he get a style of leadership. Chijan Kaba gets a style of leadership. Madavio gets a style of leadership. But now one thing now is around SLPP, where now that's of that tribal politics is so indebted in them. And then if they're not pulling out of them, it go very difficult for less Salon people to accept them, because Sierra Leone is a nation where we all now want people there. That hatred, because this tribe become more and this tribe become more, we don't pass that level already. Because if you look at how we own them, and you look at socially and at educational level, we all go to the same school, go same college. When you married, you let the pick whether this now from yonder come out, as long as una let una self una the married. When una they argue about football, una they date together, una they go watch game, una they date together, una they do other things, they make parties, una they date together. But when it comes to politics, now that day they go no say yes, you now under you come out, you now under you come out, you now this Sunday me get. Then in the day we don't pass the era the day. Population of 8 million. I believe, say, for day in this country, everybody get free access for travel, or everybody get free access for live. While they see what's happen abroad, they say the council, they go and broke people, the markets, blah, blah, blah. When they talk of a situation where people unemployment is so high, underemployment is so great, it's so big now this country, people they go for fend their survival, then they go broke them, stop them, not for sale, not for selling at streets. But when you go to Nigeria, as Sierra Leone, you go buy in at streets. When you go to Ghana, Sierra Leone, you go buy in at streets. When you go to the egg, you got certain streets where they identify for let people they work and almost can they pass. Now, people are not getting markets in this country. Businesswoman them. And businesswoman them, woman them, to a very large extent. Now then they complement what's in the man and they do. Now the homes. Plenty people themselves, the man and don't die. Now single parents, woman them. They go to die in small yabas. It gather in small junk stores, it go na treat, you go there by season, then they will get active. If one do allow try get marketplace there where we go make them one and then go. So that we go start for to where the market put losses for them. So the SLPP never change, bro. Now the same yesterday, today, and forever, because the young politics, natural, they get an indoctrination, they get an ideology we fix. Then they will change. When I say this na APC, they don't get out and they categorize you. So then APC will change, because we open up, we believe in people. And the way APC form, it guarantee for make together kind of aspiration. Because now from people away, now the ordinary man, people away na civil society, trade union, now they come and form APC. You see, say all tribe be the inside. Okay. But this is thank you. How they start so far for let them change, go easy.
Thank you very much, Ishmael and Sanko Conte, for joining me inside the program. Unfortunately, Abdullah Bunwai for joining again. And we're pretty sure we will get on again in another edition for let me continue with the discussion based on how the issue.
The SLPP poor network now affects us, so he gets himself complete.
Alright. So yes, that make it clear because not we own faults down there, but still we'll get another time for let me discuss again. Thank you very much, Ishmael Asanko Conte, for joining me. And Ishmael Asanko Conte, a member of the APC party, and same way to a former deputy minister of sport. And Abdullah Bunwai, we've been there with me inside the program, in a member of the SLPP party, and same way so at the deputy regional secretary, regional chairman, the South for the SLPP. So thank you very much for joining me, and for you who don't like, you don't share, you don't comment, and you will view the program this morning. We appreciate you now. Until we meet again, net by God in power with another edition of a program. Thanks to the producer for this program, Wena Elias Abba. My name is Sembe the freedom fighter. God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we call we are. Ishmael, get yourself a good day.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go today. But this